Alright, so the next tool I wanted to go over with you is the Draw tool. So last video we worked with the pen tool. Now we're going to use this Draw tool. It's the one that looks like a paintbrush. Now the colors work exactly the same as with the pen tool. I'm just going to leave mine pink. I like pink. But there's a few different things. So same as with the pen tool, up here we have what the tool actually does, how it's going to act on our digital paper. You can pick whether it's a hard tip, which means the lines are going to be very hard, or not, which means the edges are going to look a little bit fuzzy. You can change what brush it is. So you have quite a few options. You have round brushes that are soft, so they look a little bit fuzzy around the edges. And they get fuzzier as you go down. There's square ones, stars. These diagonal ones are a little bit like a calligraphy nib. I think I'm going to stick with the circle. This has a few more options you can do though. I can change how big it is, the size, so the line weight. I can change the softness, which is how fuzzy my edges are going to be. So I can make them really fuzzy, or I can make them not fuzzy at all, so not soft at all. And then it has this step tool. That's how many little dots that make up this brush you'll have as you draw. So right now, I have it so that it's going to make a solid line. The steps are pretty low, so there's a lot of those little dots as I draw. If I want a line that's not solid, maybe I want to make a dotted line, I just raise the number of steps and those dots get further and further apart. I'm going to make a nice solid line. So you can just play with this, and it gives you a preview of what the line you're making is going to look like. You have the opacity again. Like I said before in the last video, that changes how opaque something is, how see-through something is. Right now it's at 100%, so it's not going to be see-through at all. If I draw over my green line, you can't see the green line behind it. However, if I lower the opacity, I'll start to be able to see through my line to whatever's behind it. Now, if I set it at 0, you really can't see it. So if you're having a trouble, hey, Miss Foster, it's not letting me draw. Check to make sure your opacity isn't at 0%. Make it a little bit higher, a little bit bigger number. And then at 100%, same as before, I can't see through it at all. Now the other thing on here is this mirror menu. Right now I have it set at none. I'm going to change it to vertical. So what's that going to do? It's going to make it so that straight down the middle of my image there's going to be a vertical line. And the computer will mirror whatever I draw on this side backwards on this side. So it's like looking in a mirror. So say if I draw, I'm going to draw a carrot shape or a triangle. So now I have the same triangle on this side as is on this side. If I want to make a heart. And no, I'm not the best at drawing on the computer yet, I'm practicing. I've got the same heart on both sides, but they're mirrored, so it's like my hands on either side of a mirror. Thumbs on this side, thumbs on this side. It's like looking into a mirror. The other option, there's horizontal. So if you remember from previous, a horizontal line, if I hold my arm out straight, flat, this is a horizontal line. It goes back and forth across the paper. So now if I do a heart at the top, there's going to be a reflection of my heart, boop, on the bottom. Last one is four-way. So instead of just having a vertical mirror or a horizontal mirror, I'm going to have both. That means whatever I draw, it's going to reflect vertically and horizontally. So I'm going to make another triangle. And you can see it drew same triangle here, but reversed. Same here and same down here. So that's the draw tool. You can do a lot with it. Again, experiment with it, play with it. It's one of the best things you can do.